Hello and welcome to this Newshour special edition. We are going right up to the next 3.5 hours, and tonight it's Manifesto versus Manifesto. And I'm going to start off by shooting about 10 questions in some time. But before I were to do that, there are two choices in the way that we look at manifestos. If you were to look at the BJP manifesto, you can divide it into two parts. You can look at the controversial parts of the manifesto on how they have handled contentious Hindutva issues such as the Ram Mandir. You can look at how they talk about Article 370. You can look at how they talk about the Uniform Civil Code. You can look at their references to what they are going to do in terms of making India a natural home, in their words, for persecuted Hindus, and they shall be welcome to seek refuge here. Is that a reference, almost a cross-reference to India as some kind of a Hindu state? Now, there are those issues. And on the other side, there are the other parts of the manifesto, which deal with issues such as food security, FDI, subsidies, employment, center-state relations, manufacturing, the neo-middle class, industrial growth, foreign direct investment. These are also critical. So let's begin by putting this question to all of our viewers. Can we look at one and not look at the other? I don't think so. I think there needs to be an equal emphasis on both, because in this country, economics cannot happen without politics. And when it comes to the real formation of a government after the 16th of May, if the BJP gets far short of 272, its position on political issues will determine whether the glue sticks with the allies. So what we are going to do is that in the course of the next 2 hours leading up to the Newshour prime time at 9 p.m, we're going to begin by looking at the politically relevant and contentious issues between 7 to 8. We have a debate on that lined up. And then we are going to open this up to looking at the other parts of the manifesto post 8 p.m. So that's the way we are going to look at it. But broadly speaking, here are the headlines. And Sitaram Yechury is going to be my first guest. I can see put him on the screen there. Sitaram Yechury. Put on a smile, Mr. Yechury. It's only a BJP manifesto.
Yes, of course, it's there.
I thought you are not worried about the BJP not having a presence in Bengal. Are you worried about them having a presence in Kerala? Perhaps.
Not at all. I'm not worried about anything. I mean, when it's a fight, it will be a fight.
Okay. Well, first we have Sitaram Yechury there with us. Sitaram Yechury, would you compliment the BJP today for the fact that on the Ram Mandir issue, they just have a perfunctory reference. They don't even have a more detailed reference. So on contentious issues of Hindutva, the BJP hardly makes a reference. You should be welcoming it.
No, hardly. I mean, I don't know what reading you've given to the BJP manifesto. Now, number one, you see, this entire thrust they are trying to say is development oriented. No, please understand that the manifesto is all about telling the fine print about what is your vision. How are you going to achieve it? There is not one detail in the manifesto. No, slogan mongering. That is not the objective of the manifesto.
Slogan mongering on what? I find when I look at their manifesto, the manifesto to be far more detailed than the Congress party on all the critical issues. You can mention one.
No, tell me. I mean, forget the comparison with the Congress party. That's not my job. You please do your fighting there. But the point is, if you want to say that we want to develop a resurgent India, how? You know the resource constraints before the country. You tell us from where resources are going to be mobilized. How are you going to allocate them? How are you going to build all this infrastructure you're talking about?
But that's a negative approach. You know, we can have.
No, not a negative. I'm sorry. That's not a negative approach at all.
No. If they have,
please, if you want to be fair and honest, please understand.
No, if
you want to say this is what I want to achieve. If this is what I want to achieve, I'll tell you how I'm going to go ahead doing it. No,
if they say we are going to make India a hub for cost-competitive, labor-intensive mass manufacturing, and they have also specified what is your objection?
How are you going to do it? That is my objection.
Well, they have clearly said take steps for interest rate rationalization, a clear tax policy to remove uncertainty, create investor confidence. This is fairly specific.
No, it is not. What is this investor confidence? Unless you can be a manufacturing hub only if there is a market to sell your products, no? Where is that market? Your global account. No, hang on.
Well,
your global
we have the largest middle class in the country. Now you say we don't have a market.
Who is telling you why is the Indian manufacturing today struggling at minus 0.1%
because of what the UPA government has done. Because of their inability to implement.
What is it done? How? Again, don't talk this rhetoric, please. Yeah, if you want to really see a revival of industrial and manufacturing growth, there has to be a market where you can sell it. Neither are you expanding your domestic market. The world market, there's very little you can do. If you want really to forget a hub, if you want to really start growing, you concentrate on developing your domestic market. What is one measure?
My point to you, my point to you, Mr. Yechuri, is
no. Tell me,
my reading of the manifesto.
Tell me,
my reading of the manifesto is that.
Tell me one measure.
No. There are several measures on industrial. It's.
Tell me.
Which subject? Which particular subject are you looking at?
Which is the one that is expanding? Which is the one that is expanding your domestic market?
Well, industrial growth. A conducive, enabling environment created, making doing business in India easy, cutting red tape, single window clearance, environmental clearance, global hubs of manufacturing, revival of the micro and small medium scale enterprises. These are, now how specific do you want a manifesto to get?
How? No, the point is, does the manifesto even recognize the basic problem? It does not.
Of course it recognizes the problem.
No, the basic problem in it. No, what is the problem?
No, what is the problem in your view?
Is the paralysis. No, you remove the paralysis. What is the basic problem?
Let me identify a problem and you give me the solution. Let me put one simple thing for you. Right? Now let me for example talk about industrial growth, which is your favorite subject, and I'll tell you what is your problem if the BJP give me one specific point in the BJP manifesto on industrial growth that you have a problem with.
I'll tell you what. Industrial growth cannot happen unless there is a market to absorb what you produce. If you have the domestic market shrinking because of the continuous burdens on the people, if you have a global market that is stagnant because of the stagnation in the world economy and world trade, in fact declining global trade, what is this talk about industrial growth? Well, you can join them in selling dreams, but but the point is, when you're talking of manifesto, you have to say where are you creating the demand for you to grow?
Well, there is.
How are you going to do that?
First of all, Mr. Yechuri, when the economy shrinks, when manufacturing does not grow, when jobs disappear as they've happened in the UPA government, then the domestic market shrinks. Right? When the manufacturing grows, when the economy revives, when there is greater foreign investment also and Indian investment does not grow abroad, then you will create jobs, you will create a market, your interest rates will come down, your EMIs will go down. Mr. Yechuri, my point to you is...
If you don't mind, may I, Mr. Goswami, if you don't mind,
yes,
just
Mr.
request
Yechuri.
you for a brief refresher course in economics. No, you see, mere sentiment is not going to bolster your market. You see, you have to sell what you produce.
I thought you'd be happy.
Unless you expand the purchasing power of the Indian people, you're not. Tell me one measure that the manifesto has suggested to expand the domestic market, expand the purchasing capacity of the Indian people.
But Mr. Yechuri, thank you for saying that I'm trying to give you a refresher course in economics. I wouldn't dare to. But if I simply feel that you have not read the manifesto in terms of what it has said on employment. You have not read about. For example, when they are saying that they are going to transform employment exchanges into career centers, when they are looking at incubating entrepreneurship, facilitating credit and given details of the same, when they are looking at focus on job creation and entrepreneurship, asset creation and not just dole, which the UPA is providing now, unless you've made up your mind and you feel what the UPA was doing is right.
No. Hang on. The rural employment guarantee scheme was our suggestion. We have talked of the asset creation, that they are not doing it is precisely been our critique of it. And please, if the BJP is honest, they will tell you they were not in favor of this sort of a scheme. It's a waste of money. Now you're talking of asset creation. You tell me how.
Mr. Yechuri, simple point. I'll tell you how. Because you repeatedly. I believe that if you revive manufacturing in this country, I believe that if you revive manufacturing in this country, just a minute, by a host of schemes. Some schemes are specified by the Congress, some schemes are specified by the BJP. If you revive, your manufacturing sector, which was what the government wanted to do 2 years back but failed, then you'll create jobs. Then you'll increase incomes for the middle class. Then you'll create your market. But you can't have this approach saying you do nothing at all.
Stop it. No. Please tell me, how are you going to do that? Well, unless you expand
haven't you seen that in the manifesto?
You cannot do that.
Haven't you? For example,
I have. That's why I'm telling you.
Okay, one point. Clear
that
tax
is what
policy.
I'm telling you.
I'll tell you.
For heaven's sake.
No, 1 second. Interest rate rationalization, a clear tax policy. This is what investors.
What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
It means removing uncertainty.
What does it mean?
It means removing uncertainty for an investor.
And uncertainty you
Labor
okay, you invest what the investor produces. No. What the please answer the question before you jump to another one. What will the investor do with his investment if there's nobody to buy what he produces?
But then we are in a chicken and egg situation, Mr. Yechuri. Then we are caught in this mindset issue.
I'm sorry. That same problem that the UPA suffers, the BJP manifesto also suffers.
Okay, so
they only think that by a subjective factor of a better, friendly, and investor friendly.
Okay, one last question. Sitaram Yechuri.
My dear, you require a market to develop.
I know, Mr. Yechuri, but if you require a market, you have to have some revival, Mr. Yechuri, some absence of policy. Why is the market disappeared?
That is what.
The market disappeared because of policy paralysis.
Exactly. No, the market disappeared because of a host of factors, including policy paralysis. I'm not defending that. But the point is, unless you have public investments, generate employment, give people money to spend, what India requires today, if you really want, it requires a new deal.
Okay, Mr. Yechuri.
Neither the BJP nor the Congress has got the courage to say that.
Well, Mr. Yechuri, I'll see which side you're going to be on and how close you will be with the Congress after they left. Because a little bird tells me nowadays, a person called Sitaram Yechuri is getting a lot of phone calls from the Congress and all other parties. No, Mr. Yechuri.
No, it is not. It is not. Your phone tapping is not efficient.
Well, that's on a lighter note.
So all that I can say.
Mr. Yechuri, what we'll do is, I asked this question to, by the way, I asked this question to Murli Manohar Joshi. I told him, Mr. Joshi, open yourself to a debate. And I told him, I'll get one of your fiercest critics and get you on a debate. So what I'm going to do is, if you accept it, then I'm going to ask Murli Manohar Joshi to come on a debate with you. And let's have this before the election is over. Sitaram Yechuri, for now, I think that will be a good...
On a mutually agreed date?
Yes. You're open to it.
Surely. Okay. Most welcome. Most welcome.
So Sitaram Yechuri, I've successfully provoked you this evening. Thank you for joining me on the Newshour Direct this early evening and opening up to the debate on the politics of the manifesto. Vani Tripathi Tikku, she's joining us from the BJP. Navika Kumara, political editor. Deepak Amin of the Congress Party. Shahid Siddiqui. By the way, Sitaram Yechuri, you want to go or you want to just hear one response, how the BJP responds to you? Madhukar Jaitley, I know you avoid TV debates. You don't like them nowadays. But Vani Tripathi, you saw that? You have anything to say before we move to the politics? No.
I don't avoid TV debates at all. But Arnab, you unfortunately have gotten away from debate. It's only a statement-making exercise. No, if you want a meaningful debate, have 2-3 people will debate.
Mr. Yechuri,
and we have done it so often in the past.
Fine.
For a change, get back to past habits, they're good,
Yeah, they're all reasonable people on the panel today. One response, she's raising her hand. Vani, yes, please.
For all the respect that I have for Mr. Yechuri and of course his great, lessons of economics. We have learned so much seeing senior parliamentarians, senior politicians like Mr. Yechuri. I have great respect for him. But what saddens me in his response is that, one, he seriously has not read the manifesto of the Bharatiya Janata Party very carefully. When he talks about job creation and creation of a market, he should remember that it's policy paralysis and a corrupt government for the last decade or so, which has not led to employment, has not led to equal opportunities of development for the people. What the BJP has promised today is a development agenda which is very, very clear, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Saath. And it would have been heartening to know that Mr. Yechuri, minus the politics and the party that he belongs to, would have at least embraced this development agenda as a development agenda for the country.
Now, I must say, he didn't agree to come on a debate.
Probably
he didn't agree to come on a debate.
No, hang on. Let me just make one point, Mr. Goswami. May I?
Yes, please.
You see, again, declaration of statements. This is what the manifesto has said. So why are you not happy? No, all I'm asking you is, manifesto is about telling me how you are going to achieve what you're stating. Now the point very simply is this, Mr. Goswami. The point is that if you want to expand the domestic demand, you require massive doses of public investments. Now, this is what the New Deal was all about. That is what I was saying, that India requires a new deal.
Okay.
And
understood.
This is where I think both are failing.
Yeah.
Now, unless you have that massive doses of public investment, generate employment, give people the money to buy, this market
we are now
can only be
now we'll go back to the economic part of the debate. Sitaram Yechuri, at that point, I let you go. And in the promise that I will get you back with Murli, Manohar, Joshi soon. Sitaram Yechuri, good to see you on this Newshour debate. And no, I don't make only statements, Mr. Yechuri. I completely contest that. I make short statements, I admit, but you make so many statements that I'm allowed to have some of my own. Please. Now, may I only request you to return back to the old Arnav Goswami who would actually discuss issues. There is only one Arnav.
That will do a lot of good.
Well, Mr. Yechuri, I began my career in 1996 asking you questions outside the CPM headquarters. There was one Arnav then and one now. Sitaram Yechuri, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. She is accusing me of personality transformation. Absolutely incorrect. Deepak Amin, Vani Tripathi, Madhukar Jetli, Shahid Siddiqui, my first question is to you. Then I'll open this up. Now, my first question is, let me actually put that to Navika. I'll outsource the analysis to her. I find, Navika, that the BJP has abridged all the references to Ram Mandir, 370, Uniform Civil Code, etc. to the basic minimum. You agree with that? Do you think so?
You're asking
Absolutely.
me
it's on page 41 that you see the mention of the Ram Mandir and other issues which they've classified as cultural heritage issues to the last page of the manifesto. In fact, the first 40 pages deal with the roadmap. Now, Mr. Sitaram Yechuri was extremely critical of no details in the roadmap.
That's right.
The fact is that this is a manifesto, it's not a budget document. It's in a budget document, there would be funds provided. Here, obviously, a government which has not come to power cannot give you the funds that it would require. But having said that, they've given indications of what they will do, how they will increase the purchasing power.
No, one second, one minute. Let's not go. What's a Ram Mandir? Ram Mandir, they abridged it to the bare minimum. Shahid Siddiqui, you agree?
Yes, absolutely. I think they have put all these divisive and contentious issues on the back burner. Hinduism is only tokenism, like the Congress has been, practicing tokenism with Muslims. BJP is now practicing tokenism with Hindus.
Then why have it at all? Remove it.
Just there because yes.
Then why have it at all? Remove it.
Yes or no?
No, but why have the reference at all? Remove it completely.
Because it's like a ritual. It's like a ritual which has to continue. We Indians believe in a lot of rituals which we know that are of no use.
So you say the Ram Mandir reference is the ritual?
That is Indian tradition, Indian culture.
Why?
So let it be there. I don't have a problem
1999.
with that. My problem is the doables, and I feel that this is quite a doable, quite pragmatic manifesto. We were fearing much more. Muslims were fearing
no. In
something like a
1999,
Hindu Rashtra or something will come out, but it has not come. So that way it is a positive. It's a positive document, and let's welcome it.
Positive because they abridged it. One. Second, what you said, it's a complete compulsion. They just started making a reference to it. I'd like to remind you, in 1999, there was no mention of Ram Mandir. Am I correct, Deepak Amin? 1999, the
Yes.
NDA document had no reference of Ram Mandir. No reference. So they could have done the same thing now.
They did in 1998 though.
They did in 1998. They did in 2004. They reduced it in 2004. But in 2014, they have just one sentence. Are you happy or disappointed that Ram Mandir reference is just one sentence? Deepak Amin of the Congress.
There is nothing
They
to
are
be happy or
disappointed.
distressed about it, Arnab. That the fundamental politics of BJP is on divisiveness. And let me give you a couple of examples. And I'll go backwards in time. You've got 2013 rather, for the 2014 elections, you've got the Muzaffarnagar riots. There's sheer coincidence that they happened 3 months after Amit Shah was made the General Secretary.
You have nothing to say on the
UP.
manifesto. I thought we were discussing the manifesto, Deepak.
Allow me to finish. I'm trying to set the context here. 2012 elections in Gujarat also, they started out with good governance and they ended up on Sir Creek of Pakistan. 2007, they started with good governance, they ended up with Mia Musharraf. 2002, I don't need to mention it. Fundamentally, the politics of BJP starts with discussing and rhetoric about good governance and eventually ends up on communalism.
No, what
And
do
this
you...
is exactly what has happened
So
now.
just because they've beaten you, just because they beat you in the content of the manifesto, on all the critical issues of FDI, food security, employment, price rise, center-state relations, even the neo-middle class, they did a better job than you. That document is better than yours. So you want to bring the focus back on Ram Mandir. Madhukar Jetli?
They are very disappointed with the
Arnab,
manifesto.
are you
The
sure
congressmen
you're
are
being
very
objective?
disappointed.
Why are the congressmen
Because they can't
disappointed?
make it into a contentious issue.
About this?
No, why are the congressmen
Please.
disappointed, Shahid Siddiqui?
Arnab, please read the Congress Party's manifesto.
Because they are playing up
of the Congress
communal
manifesto.
issues. They are trying to divide because their last hope is, the communalization of Indian politics. They don't want to talk about economics and growth, and they think they can get Muslim votes
It is
by
remarkable.
creating this fear, which they are not getting. Muslim vote is getting
It is
divided
remarkable that
because
a sting
Muslims are not
operation
interested in
exposes
voting
the
for Congress
VSP,
anymore.
RSS and BJP, and you're making allegations of communism on the Congress Party. This is remarkable.
Madhukar Jetli, would you...
Congress party has, because unfortunately Congress party today requires more than the BJP. And if BJP is playing it, it will be foolish on their part. If somebody is talking of revenge or anything, it's absolutely foolish on their part to do it, because they don't require it. It is only the Congress which requires it, because Congress wants Muslim vote, lock, stock and barrel.
leopard-
They just are depending on that vote. Other votes are not
leopard
coming to them.
does
And
not
the
change
atmosphere
its
of fear they want to create.
Please.
It's unfortunate
No,
that
one
they've done it
second.
in the past.
Please
It's not for the
remember that
One minute.
does
They've
not
always
change
played
its
this game
thoughts.
of divide and
The
rule.
BJP only knows
Congress has
one
played
kind of
this game for
politics,
last
and that is
64 years.
communism. Their development and
Congress has
The
been playing
question
this
is-
game.
Gujarat model of development.
The question is, I'm
stands
confused.
completely exposed.
Madhukar Jetli. Madhukar
In
Jetli,
Gujarat,
Vani
you asked
Tripathi,
for
just a
votes.
minute.
You went to Muslims and said you have to vote for us.
Shahid Siddiqui,
You
just
told
a
the
minute.
Muslims last time.
Let me tell the viewers
In
about
Gujarat.
something very
In Gujarat,
interesting.
you have been telling Gujarati Muslims.
No, 1 second. The BJP has done something very interesting. Madhukar Jetli, it reduces the reference to Ram Mandir, as Navika rightly said, to one sentence. Okay? So that can be seen as dilution of this hardcore Hindutva. But, and Vani must explain this, they say, they make a new reference, almost like saying that for all Jews, Israel is their home. They say India shall remain a natural home for persecuted Hindus, and they shall be welcome to seek refuge here. India is not a Hindu state. If you say India will be home for persecuted peoples, no, 1 minute, Vani, India has Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs. So why not persecuted Sikhs? Why not persecuted Jains? Why not persecuted Muslims?
You see, Arnab,
I find that reference very
persecuted Shias.
contentious. Yes, Madhukar Jetli.
Yeah, you see, Arnab, let me tell you the whole concept of the manifesto that I have been able to read and understand. That this is after a much delayed manifesto that was released today, the BJP in fact stands fully exposed in the eyes of the people of this country with regard to the manifesto, that which appears to be a corporate document prepared by
corporate document,
corporate houses in the form of, listen to me first. It appears to be a corporate document. Corporate manifesto means a company prospectus, and it is a document which has been approved by the RSS and released by the BJP.
Why do you say that if it was approved by the RSS, why is the reference to Ram Mandir in one line?
Let me. You see, Arnab, either you let me complete or you interrupt me.
On the one hand, they say
you have made a very controversial remark, sir. 1 minute. You made a very controversial remark, Mr. Jaitley. You said this is approved by the RSS. So I have a right to ask you a counter question, and my counter question to you is...
I am giving you without, you see, why was the manifesto so delayed? The manifesto is
Are we discussing the delay or the manifesto?
The manifesto which has been... No, I am discussing everything. You have no authority to selectively ask a question, and you have to give me an opportunity, fair opportunity to answer a question. You are asking me on the manifesto, and therefore I am fully entitled to give my views, what is mentioned in the manifesto in totality. So therefore, what I am trying to say is that the BJP document which has been released on the 7th of March, having a date of the 7th of April, or having a date of 26th of March, has been released like a corporate prospectus which is like
I understood that, but you have not come to my question.
Yeah.
What was my question?
Yeah.
My question is... My question is 1 minute. Now, should we open it up? Navika, Vani, everyone, let's get into the debate. My question, 1998, there are 4 or 5 things at that point of time the BJP says about the Ram Mandir, which it does not say now. It says Hindutva has the immense potentiality to re-energize this nation and strengthen and discipline it to undertake the arduous task of nation building. Is this there now, Vani? No, it's not there. Yes, Mr. It's not there.
They have
Arnab, can I respond?
They have not mentioned a single in the manifesto. In the manifesto, let me tell you. Yeah, let me tell you. They have not mentioned a single statement or a single paragraph in the manifesto mentioning that there will be a strong protection of the communal hatred that they are trying to spread all over the country. Nothing has been mentioned about that. They actually are trying to sell dreams, proving themselves to be Goebbels brothers, and not trying to justify how are they going to fulfill this. How are they going to be? How are they going to respond?
Vani's turn.
No source of...
Vani's turn.
I am enthralled by the fantastic analysis which is being done of the BJP manifesto on this panel right now. But first, I must congratulate you and your channel that you have read the manifesto in toto and have done a comprehensive analysis of what kind of a development agenda the BJP is mooting for the country. As far as Mr. Jaitley, Mr. Amin is concerned, I understand their frustration. I absolutely understand when for the past decade or so, the Congress party has done nothing. Of course, this is frustration coming out. Whatever you're calling a corporate agenda, I mean, you can say whatever you want, it's an agenda for the development of the country. As far as the Ram Mandir issue is concerned, there is no mincing words here. Please let me complete. There
are dilution of words, not mincing of words. You diluted your words. Navika, is there a dilution or not?
Absolutely, it is not dilution. The matter is sub judice. We did not open the Mandir site. You know, historically... No, Arnab, let me complete. This is not fair. When you put up a question like the Ram Mandir,
but you diluted the reference to Ram Mandir.
Absolutely not. We are committed to it. It's a matter which is sub judice.
You diluted the reference to...
It will be resolved under the ambit of the Constitution of India. We are committed to it. And where will a Ram temple be constructed? Will it be constructed somebody outside of the country? Is that what they are trying to say? Whoever says it can say it. We are committed to it. There is nothing called dilution. This election, the agenda agenda is good governance, good economics and development for all. Sabka vikas, sabka saath, and that is what our
No, you
agenda is.
diluted the
Ram Mandir
reference.
remains a commitment. It's a cultural heritage
You
issue.
diluted the reference to Ram Mandir.
Absolutely not. We
You
have not
diluted the reference to Ram
We have
Mandir
not
ruling.
diluted it, and let
And you
it be.
haven't
Let
even
it be
explained.
read. Let it be read
You
in
haven't
whatever
even
way,
explained
in
to
whatever
me,
phrase,
are
in
we-
whatever sentencing which is required of whatever.
Are we a Hindu state or a secular state? That you are saying that we are the home for persecuted Hindus only.
We are
You please tell me.
No, who has said we are a Hindu state?
No, but then why are we a home only for persecuted Hindus?
About
What about
the
persecuted
Hindus that you
Sikhs?
talk. Yes, I'm
Persecuted
going to answer
Jains?
that too. In the northeast, Bangladeshi infiltration
No,
is
but
at
you
its
have
peak, and
your
you
comment
belong
is
to one
not
of those states.
your
Arnab.
comment
You
is
have
not
seen how
northeast
Assam has
focused.
suffered. Nobody talks about
Navika, is the comment
persecution of
northeast
Hindus
focused?
which is happening in countries like
No,
Bangladesh.
Navika,
and
is the- Vani-
why is it not an agenda?
Vani, did you express? Did you express? No, one second, Vani, please understand. You talk about the northeast, then let me make it clear. Did you? One second, Vani, just a minute. Did you express equal concern over the violence directed at the Rohingya Muslims in Burma, where they are a religious minority by Buddhists? No. So people of different religions in the northeast and around the northeast are also persecuted. You selectively pick up Hindus because it's your selling card on the issue of illegal infiltration on which you did nothing when you were yourself in power. Navika, is the BJP in contradiction? Navika, please.
No, why do we become selective in our thinking?
You have become.
Why
That's
we
what I'm
cannot look
asking
at
you.
the
Why
nation
have you
as a
become?
comprehensive whole?
Navika.
And no, we have not.
Now, one
It is
second. Let
about
Navika have a word.
equality for all, equal justice for all.
No.
That is what the question is today.
Navika, please.
Why do we not look at the whole country as a comprehensive whole? Why do we divisively separate it into
Just
Hindus,
a minute,
into
please.
Muslims,
Now,
into
Vani,
various
please.
other
You know, who's
communities?
But you're the one who's
Minority
dividing.
vote
You're the
bank
one who's
politics is
talking
not what
about
BJP
Hindus.
has practiced. We are not, absolutely not.
But
Navika,
Vani,
you
you're
know
the
this
one
very well.
who's
Please
dividing
do
the
not
country.
mislead
You're
the
talking
words
about
into my mouth.
persecuted
The
Hindus.
manifesto
You're
is
not
very
talking
clear
about
in what it
persecuted
says.
people from different parts
but
of the
if
world
Hindus have
who
been
could be Sikhs as well, as
if
Arnab
Hindus
pointed
have
out.
been persecuted, why they cannot come back to their homeland?
Why not Sikhs? Why not
is it
Christians
such
who
a
are
difficult
Indians?
issue to
Why not
understand?
Muslims who are Indians?
No, everyone. When it says justice, when it says justice
Then
and
why do you
equality
mention
for all,
only
and when you
Hindus?
say minorities, why do you only address the Muslims? Why you don't talk about the Sikhs, the
what
Jains
is
and the
this?
Parsis and other communities?
Vani,
We are dedicated to development
you have,
of
no,
justice.
Deepak,
Party manifesto
Absolutely, we
mentions
are
about the
Madhukar
dedicated
Jetli.
for
also.
equal
Madhukar
development for
Jetli.
all. That is why we are mooting
You
an
see, the
economic
Samajwadi
agenda.
Party,
That is why we
the
are mooting an
Samajwadi
economic
Party
agenda.
manifesto mentions about the upper caste and the formation of a commission for the upper caste people who are living below the poverty line.
The Samajwadi
Party manifesto includes about everything.
What happened in Muzaffarnagar?
Not like your manifesto,
what the
which is
Samajwadi
made by
Party
some
has done.
group of
We have seen the
corporate
court
people,
giving a
and
rap
it
to you
appears
as
like
far
a
as
prospectus
what happened in
submitted to the company
Muzaffarnagar is
house or the
concerned.
registrar of companies.
This is
Deepak, I mean,
hideous, absolutely hideous.
The question is,
this
the
is absolutely
controversial
hideous.
point right now. Deepak Amin, you're welcome to join the debate. Shahid Siddiqui, it's an open debate. Feel free to come in. The question is, the BJP has raked up the issue of the plight of Hindus
like the
in
other
Bangladesh
Arnab.
repeatedly in the recent past. And its claim on all Hindus, persecuted Hindus being welcomed in India is going to be a controversial point. Did the RSS tell the BJP to include this?
Arnab,
Yes,
Arnab,
Deepak
absolutely.
Arnab,
This was not required.
I would love the reaction of the...
This leaves a very bad taste. This leaves a very bad taste in the mouth because it is not India's tradition, it is not Hindu's tradition as well. It is not Hindutva even. Because Hindu tradition has been to welcome all the persecuted people in the world. So if BJP is talking about that, then it is against the very traditions of India, traditions of Hinduism. So, and talking like this is giving a handle to the opposition and to the Congress that BJP is influenced by RSS and we shouldn't do Pariksha and Bajrang Dal. I think it should not have been part of the
Arnab,
manifesto.
I'd like to make 2 points, please.
Yes, Deepak.
Arnab, I'd like to make 2 points, please. I've been quiet for a while. I have to leave another 5 minutes, so I would appreciate it if you don't interrupt me. First point, I'd like BJP to answer whether the Akali Dals in Punjab are okay with this word Hindu, persecuted Hindus and not Sikhs. Second point,
Okay.
by this logic, the BJP would not have allowed people into India because they were persecuted. They would have rejected them. Third point, Arnab, I'd like to make it very clear that this is not by chance or coincidence. This is a cold-blooded strategy, as was very clear in the sting operation also a few days ago. The BJP was talking about the Gujarat model of development 8-9 months ago. They were talking about Gujarat #1, Gujarat is this, Gujarat is that. Today they don't talk about it because that exaggeration, that lie stands exposed. Gujarat is number 12 in the development. It's not even in the more developed states. It's in the less developed states. Now, in 2004, the BJP that had got numbers of 3.56% of the world GDP in 4.08% of world GDP, and now they found it India shining at that time, but they don't find India shining now when we have 5.9%. They did not find India. They found India shining.
You're moving away from the subject now.
Income was 23,000 in 2004, but today when it is 70,000 rupees per head, they don't find India shining.
You're moving away. You're moving away, sir.
Average
no, you're moving away. You are going to
the manifesto.
Now today,
sir, please.
When India is growing at 7.5%,
please,
they don't find India shining.
I know you have some pet.
Is it a propaganda debate or a debate on manifesto?
No, 1 second. 1 minute.
And therefore,
Deepak Amin.
only talking about communalism.
Deepak Amin,
that is the only thing that they are left with.
Listen to me, Mr. Amin. You see, right now we are on a very specific point on whether the BJP has moved away from contentious issues, and if it has, then why it has picked up this new one. Yes, Navika, this new one. That India is the home of persecuted Hindus. It will make it in a secular nation. Yes.
Arnab, very clearly, when it comes to the Hindutva agenda, the BJP has kept up with the times. The logic behind their one-line mention of the Ram Mandir is the fact that in the interim between 2004 and now, there has been a court verdict of the Allahabad High Court. That court verdict clearly points out that this is the birthplace of Ram, and subsequently the matter is in Supreme Court. So because of that, the BJP has left that issue lie, and they know that this is an issue which will be sorted out by the courts. So they've left it at that. And the difference between the BJP's 1998 manifesto and today's manifesto is the fact that in 1998 there were no allies, so the BJP had a hardcore Hindutva agenda. Since then, they've given a NDA government of 5
but why
years,
would you? Why would you pick this up?
2004, and therefore they've mellowed down. But clearly they brought up one more new issue, which clearly will have problems with parties like the Shiromani Akali Dal, because the Sikhs are not mentioned, and Hindus, persecuted Hindus, are the only people who are mentioned.
No, so was this? Please, Vani, please explain to us. Was this simply aimed at giving Nagpur a handle? That you tell Nagpur, we are not with you on economic issues.
I mean,
we have moved away from what you have from the Swadeshi lobbies.
Come on,
we are open to FDI in every area except retail. We can't even make a point on Ram Temple like we did in the past. So this is a little sop for the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. A little sop for Nagpur.
Well, Arnab, I mean, it's all very well.
Vani, why should only Hindus? Why should only persecuted Hindus? Why should only persecuted Hindus be welcome to India?
No, of course.
Why? Why not persecuted Sikhs?
Why is it so difficult? No,
why not persecuted Sikhs?
Why is it so difficult?
Why not persecuted Muslims?
No, but why is it so difficult? No, it is for everyone.
Why not persecuted?
But the point is,
why not persecuted Jains?
Why are you not looking at the agenda?
We welcome the Afghans for last 20-30 years.
When you're discussing the manifesto, you are looking at either you let me talk, either you let me talk, either you let me answer.
No, Vani, it is written out here, India shall remain a natural home for persecuted Hindus.
For the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, I mean, if this is how you're going to read the vision document, the manifesto of the main opposition party of India.
Yes.
If this is how you're going to define it, then it is very sad.
Was there a mention of this?
Debate
No, you can comment on the debate in whichever way you want, but I believe. No, you can comment on the debate whichever way you want, Vani. But was this?
It gives a vision to the country.
We'll talk about that. We are going to talk about that. But Vani,
it's very sad.
But Vani, there was.
As far as the persecution of
Hindus.
Let me complete.
India being a natural home to Hindus.
What has happened? Of course, yes.
To Hindus. So not a natural home to Muslims, not a natural home to Sikhs, not a natural home to Jains.
Where else will they go? the persecuted
but are we a
Hindus
theocratic
in
state?
Bangladesh, in countries
Are we a theocratic state?
where all this is happening, where will they go?
What about persecuted
does
Buddhists?
it look like a theocratic state when you read the vision
What
document?
about
when you look at the
persecuted Buddhists?
manifesto, when you look at the manifesto, does it look like we are talking about theocracy?
No, but why? What about why?
The Raj Dharma is that everybody, you can house Bangladeshi infiltrators into Northeast and Assam, it's fantastic.
I'm really sorry,
but when it
you
comes
muddle
to
things up.
Hindus being persecuted
You
outside
muddled
the
these
country,
things up.
where
No,
else will
Vani,
they go?
you muddled up
Where
two
else will
issues.
they go?
You have
give me
no,
the
you have
answer.
what
No,
you
why
have done
don't you
today.
answer?
What
Where
you
will
have
they
done.
go?
No,
No,
sorry now,
absolutely.
Vani, can
No,
you
not
hear
at
me,
all.
please, for a
Not
minute?
at
Just a
all.
minute. You see, Vani,
It is
what you have
very
done
clear.
today, I would say, is a disservice to a lot of people who had felt that infiltration was not an issue to be mixed up with religion. Anybody infiltrating into India without the right requisite papers is not accepted.
How
He should
is
be
it a
thrown out.
disservice?
No, but how do you give it a communal spin?
How is it a disservice when
You
the
give it a
economy
communal
of a
spin.
whole state has collapsed? And
Shahid,
over the years, to do vote bank politics, the kind of minority vote bank politics,
It is an
one
anti-poor
particular
budget.
party
Okay, one sec,
in a
Shahid
whole
Siddiqui.
region has allowed this to happen. We don't debate that. We don't debate
Shahid
what threat
Siddiqui
it
is
is to
responding.
national security.
Shahid Siddiqui
we
is
don't
responding.
debate what happens to
Yes.
that whole region, but yet you call it a
anti-poor
disservice. It is very
manifesto.
sad. It's a very sad comment on your part to do so.
Here,
Very
here,
sad, very
here,
sad.
here,
Can I just make a quick
BJP has
point about
committed a
this?
huge blunder,
Vani.
and those who believe that BJP is changing, it will be put a question mark on that. And we have been welcoming Afghanistan. It was part of our foreign policy. We have successfully, taken Afghanistan away from Pakistan. But with this kind of policy, we cannot accept persecuted Afghans. We cannot accept persecuted people from different parts of the subcontinent. India is extremely important to the
Mr.
geopolitics. And in this geopolitics,
Mr.
are we only going to
Mr.
talk about Hindus? If we do that, then it
nowhere
will be a
does it
disservice to our
say
foreign policy
India
and
has
our
been a home
policy
to
in this
so many
subcontinent.
people.
And
No,
we'll be
these are-
losing a lot in that.
These are now I'm taking a short.
These people should not have this kind of narrow-minded understanding of our geopolitics.
These issues are contentious. Now let's summarize this part of the debate by simply saying this.
Arnab,
That
I have to leave. Can
Yes.
I just make a quick point here?
Yeah, I'm
Vani
wrapping
is
up.
making completely baseless statements about infiltration.
Arnab, I also
She
have
is,
to leave.
during the NDA's time, in the 6 years, in the
Well,
6 years of NDA's
Mr.
time, there
Amin,
were
you have used them. You have used them over the years in
Miss
destroying
Vani,
the
I did not
economy
disturb
of the
you when I was
Northeast.
speaking.
Don't
When you
give
were
us
speaking, I
gyan.
did not
Don't give us
interrupt.
gyan.
Please don't interrupt
You
me when I'm
have
speaking.
destroyed the economy of the
NDA
Northeast
during NDA
and
6
done
years,
lip service by in every budget allocation
During
by
UPA,
saying
There are no
not
Bangladeshis coming
package.
anymore.
You have
Bangladesh
destroyed
is now
the
quite a
economy of the
developed
region.
state.
You have destroyed the economy of the region, absolutely. It's a sad comment on what
I'm
the Congress
sorry.
party has done to this
This
country.
Bangladesh
It's a sad
is just a
comment.
propaganda.
And you've destroyed the
Please
economy
give
of the
numbers,
region
Miss
by
Vani, don't
allowance
use
of this.
rhetoric.
Now-
By allowance
Now, I'll
of this
just say-
kind of
I'll say just one thing at this
Shouting,
You
point.
have
Not giving any
destroyed.
numbers.
You have destroyed the
I'd say
fabric
one
of the
thing at this
Northeast
point.
of the
When I
country.
come back, now one second, Jen, one second. You see,
Please give
it's quite
numbers,
clear.
don't
Now let me
shout.
summarize. 1 minute. Let me summarize. My view is that on Ram Mandir it's been abridged. I'm not saying diluted. On Article 370, it remains the same. It's not been increased, the focus on 370. On Uniform Civil Code, it's in fact shorter than the reference which was there earlier, right? And as far as this question is, this new reference to India being a natural home for persecuted Hindus and Hindus alone will be contentious. Is this a way to keep Nagpur occupied and Nagpur happy, to tell Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, look here, we have included this, and therefore by saying so, we're in other words saying that India therefore is a natural home for Hindus? In a secular state, has the BJP compromised? Will its future potential allies be happy with that, subject to contention? There are other parts of the manifesto where the BJP has done much better than the Congress has. We're going to talk about all that. On other issues, when I come back, the debate is continuing here. Thank you very much. Okay, on the debate, Salman Soz, Nirmala Sitharaman of the BJP and Salman Soz of the Congress. Prasenjit joins us, left-leaning economist. And Navika Kumar is with us, and Sunil Alag. Now, Salman, this whole copycat argument is not going to hold. You should, instead of talking about who's copying whom, which frankly is a little bit of a childish argument, isn't it? Let's talk about what is in the manifesto. The fact emerges that on price rise, they have put something specific you haven't. On employment, they have a comprehensive plan, much more comprehensive compared to you. On center-state relations, they've rewritten the script. Every state will be thrilled when they hear about a Team India that includes the Prime Minister and all the chief ministers. Manufacturing, they put it in so much detail that maybe it should be something you should have done. Neo-middle class, I can go on and on. Neo-middle class, something, Rahul Gandhi makes some cursory references too. But the BJP has actually expounded on this in such detail that the Congress should be thinking why it ignored it in its manifesto. So, Salman shows, let's begin by saying we give up this childish copycat argument, and let's talk about any of the key issues which the BJP has raised. Do we agree? We agree on that then. Okay, we do. Fine. So
we can talk about, we can discuss everything that you want. The fact that it is a copycat kind of manifesto, I don't really have to say it. I mean, people know what it is. I mean,
copycat?
If you look at it clearly.
Copycat?
Look, I mean,
Salman.
I don't want to. The point is that I don't want to be in a childish argument with you. The fact of the matter is that
neither do I. I want a substantial debate on issues.
Already speaking.
Yeah.
I think you brought in a very good panel.
Yes, I have. I always do.
Significant event. They put together a PowerPoint presentation after 6-7 months of deliberation, and then decided that.
No, do you have problems with any one of the issues that say it today? No, do you say mention one? Okay, let's pick up one. Let's pick up one and let's go point by point, right? Okay, pick up one.
No, I will not. I will not. No, Arnab.
Pick up one.
Arnab, let me just first.
Pick up one issue.
The people of the country deserve much better than
this.
That's
a generic argument. Pick up one specific issue. No, you're not going to mention anything specific.
No, look.
You want to pick up something specific, Sunil Alagh?
Yeah, I want to.
Nothing.
Salman.
I don't know what manifesto you're reading. I don't know what manifesto
I'm reading the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party manifesto.
No specifics.
No, look.
It's a 42-page PowerPoint presentation that they put together in the last 10 days.
Okay, fine. That's some broad generalization you make there.
Salman. So 1 second, Salman, if you look at all the manifestos of all political Salman, if you look at all the manifestos of all the political parties over the years, they all talk about removing poverty and inflation, X, Y, Z. So there is a similarity to that extent. And therefore there can't be any great. Once I didn't interrupt you, Salman, can I just finish? As far as I'm concerned, what is the differentiator?
You guys didn't let me speak.
You've just finished speaking for a couple of minutes, Salman. You said you have no points, so I said I'll raise a few. All right, I'll raise a few points for you to counter-attack me if you want. All I'm saying is that, look, what is the differentiator for somebody like me who's not joined the BJP? Here's a man who is talking about involving the states. 1 second. Yeah, if you're going to interrupt me, Salman, then I cannot finish. Okay? I will not interrupt you when you speak. Please don't interrupt me when I speak. Okay? As far as he's concerned, he's bringing about a genuine federal structure which was not brought about by anyone. Here is the chief minister who's coming to power, who understands what it is. He's also wanting to be a better executor. He doesn't want to put in anything in it which he will not execute. All that we have had is, if you're talking, we are copying something which you haven't executed, which you've left open. That's about it.
This is
about time somebody executed it.
The counter argument to that is, and I put this to Nirmala Sitharaman. What's it? Counter argument to that, I put that to Nirmala Sitharaman, is that, it's all semantics. You put a pipe dream through Navika, and the pipe dream is, I am not Narendra Modi, I am Team India. And there are 30 chief ministers. Team India will not be limited to the Prime Minister-led team sitting in Delhi. Also include chief ministers and other functionaries as equal partners, create regional councils of states, etc., etc. Navika, what's the spin to this? Why have they spun it this way? What's the political rationale behind it?
Well, the very simple political rationale behind it is that Narendra Modi is looking at several chief ministers to ally with him. He's looking at Mamata Banerjee, he's looking at Lalita, he's looking at Naveen Patnaik. And at some point or the other, if Mayawati were to do business with them, depending on the numbers that he gets, so this entire issue of center-state coordination is something that Narendra Modi has kept at the top of his agenda. And let me also tell you that in the past experience, he's been a state chief minister, probably something out of experience that he's brought onto the table, because several issues of law and order, of communal violence bill were actually treading on the toes of states. So
but I have
but fine.
No, 1 second.
In a team India.
Let Nirmala respond.
Okay, one last point.
No, but can the BJP spokesperson get an edge, word in edge? Because otherwise Nirmala, as usual, will say, I am being edged out in the debate.
No, I don't think she'll say it. I'm saying there is an economic reason why has GST got held up. Because the centre has never held the state. So it's not just a political agenda. There is an economic agenda to this.
One second. You see, the Navika...
Navika has given a political thing.
No, she's not given a political thing.
But I'm saying, apart from that...
Navika has put this in the correct perspective.
But I'm saying there is an economic agenda to this, that if you want to get things done in this country, Congress has been trying for so long to get the GST through. This is not happening because they don't involve the states.
The point is simple.
So the economic agenda is also there. That's all. That's the point. Now you can ask Nirmala and everybody else to come in.
The point is simple. Navika has made a right point. 1 second.
Am I making a wrong point on the economic part?
No,
it's a combination of both.
You see, you have an eye with post the elections. You want to 1 second. You want to give this catchy little phrase, and you think all the chief ministers are little children who be very excited and big smiles on their face.
No, they are not.
And Jayalalitha and Mayawati and Mamata Banerjee are going to say that we don't care about anything else. Here is somebody who says we want to be part of Team India. I mean, these chief ministers, Nirmala Sitharaman, are smart enough. The first thing they'll say is this is being done, with an eye to allies post the elections, but not going to take the hard questions away from Mayawati and Mamata Banerjee, which she has asked. Both of them have asked vis-a-vis Narendra Modi.
Sure.
Devolving more power to states, Nirmala, is a very good idea. But when it is done just, on the first day of voting, then obviously it's a political move.
And
isn't it? No, let her respond. No, let her respond.
Manifesto is a political document.
Yeah, thank you for confirming it.
No, can I speak? I'm allowed to speak, I suppose?
Yes. In fact, I was pitching for you.
The manifesto is a political document or not? It certainly will have to be. A manifesto is a political document. It consists of a lot of commitments which a political party wants to, inform the voters about and seek their votes. Here, very clearly, the kind of promises that we've come up with are very doable, and very clearly things which, as a state chief minister, he has seen and implemented at his level. And now, of course, with the with all the BJP states having also proved that they've thought out of the box, did a lot of things which have made difference to the poor people of the state, and also brought in greater enterprise, we have come out with a document which actually encapsulates a lot of our experiences in the different states. And with this kind of an approach, we are assuring that in every sector, we have solutions to offer so that the economy can be revived. This is only a rasta through which we can attain that goal.
Criticizing.
And therefore, this document has...
not criticizing
even if you criticize, my answer is this. But certainly, as different from the Congress, I really want to highlight the fact here that these are things which we have at our state levels tried doing and somewhat achieved success also. But let me remind you here that the Congress manifesto carried something which even the Supreme Court had to mention, saying, why is it as a promise in the manifesto? We had already given a verdict on it. It should have been implemented.
Which one?
So that is where...
Which one?
The Environment Tribunal related matter, I think, in which the Supreme Court had already passed an order, but that comes as a promise in the Congress manifesto. So, for a government which has remained in power for 10 years, for having not implemented half of their promises, although Rahul Gandhi goes about saying 90% is fulfilled. No, we have put in our chart sheet the number of promises which they have not fulfilled.
No, fine.
And therefore, the Congress party should look into their manifesto and tell us why many of it could not be implemented in the 10 years.
No, Salman shows I know you want to counter her. But let's get others also in. Let's get Prasenjit in. Let's
Not
get
her. I don't want to counter Nirmala.
No, you accept. No, you accept today Please understand, the BJP manifesto speaks about giving greater consultation and more power to states. The Congress manifesto is far less conciliatory towards the states.
Let me respond to that.
The BJP manifesto is far more federal in structure. The Congress manifesto is not going to... No, you are... Mohandas Pai.
No amount of spin. I would not accept.
There's no spin here. It's a reality.
I will not accept.
It's a reality.
There is no reality.
You're the one spinning
This person has no credibility.
Which person?
The person who basically Mr. Modi stonewalled the GST, which would have been great for this country, single-handedly. He has no credibility to talk about.
What are we talking about?
Has he influenced the whole country?
No, please.
My God,
I did not interrupt you.
How dare you say that?
No. This is totally wrong. Totally
1 minute, you're getting countered. I think you're
totally wrong.
No, you're
Salman, there is no way. All that Mr. Modi said, 1 second, look, you've got to get every single state's revenue in. And if you do not promise them the revenue that they've got, how are you going to introduce something? That's all. You know, like, don't bring in that he stonewalled it.
No.
He didn't stonewall it.
1 minute. Salman shows.
He didn't
On fact.
It's a fact check.
Fact check. I have a fact check. You listen to me. I have a fact check.
I listen to you, Sunil. You listen to me.
This is Arnab here. You listen to me. You let others in, please. 1 minute. Salman, 1 minute. Let others in. We are on a very contentious point. 1 minute, please. Please. Now, you know, there are differences which are broken out in the panel. I am saying here, on this channel, half an hour back. 1 second, Salman. We are completely objective. On this channel, half an hour back, we criticized. We said, what is the BJP which is trying to abridge Ram Mandir? Why has it brought this thing in that India is a natural home of Hindus alone? But the fact is this, and I'm putting this to Mohandas Pai, please. Just, Salman, don't get worked up, don't respond in Prasenjit. Let's get them in, otherwise they'll be lost in this debate. In complete contrast to the BJP, on this issue of center-state relations, the Congress party's claim is that states must be willing to fund flagship programs on their own. That is more likely, in my view, to alienate potential allies than attract them to you. Especially, say, Bengal. Prasenjit. In Bengal, Mamata Banerjee actually wants a long leash to be given by the center. She doesn't want to be told to take on more burden. Modi's argument is completely the other way around. He has brought together a model of greater consultation and more power to states. It's going to be catchy for allies. I'm just making the argument. Mohandas Pai, Prasenjit, what do you think? Mohandas Pai first.
Well, Arnab, I totally agree with you, because if you read the Congress manifesto, it is a manifesto of spending, it's a manifesto of more and more rights being given away, everything driven by a center, and very centrist in his approach. It's very comprehensive, lot of line items, lot of targets, extremely well done and extremely broad-based. But it means the center will be in control, more and more money to the center, the states will be subordinate to the center, states won't be able to move, because unless they put the money, the center is not going to give money. Whereas here we have a refreshing contrast, which says very clearly that the states are going to drive growth, they're closer to the people, and the center is going to give money to them, and the center is going to work with the states to do. I think that's very right, because of fiscal architecture is one of the 1950s. India has changed. Today in 2014, we require a different fiscal architecture where the states dominate rather than the center. The center dominated the last 10 years, and last 3 years have been disaster. The states are bereft of resources, and implementation is not happening. So
even one of the fiercest critics
in center-state
even one of the fiercest critics of the BJP, Mr. Prasenjit, is going to have to accept that on this point, the BJP's programs will have far greater appeal to in a country to all the regional parties, and therefore potentially to allies. Prasenjit, take your ideological bias against the BJP aside. Just look at the argument in isolation.
No, I strongly disagree with you, Arnab, because I think that, you just take a look at the facts as they are. What is the BJP manifesto? Here is a political party which is coming up with a manifesto after the elections have started.
We've debated that already.
That's over, yeah.
That's over.
The economy. Wait. No, that is, that it's not over. Nothing is over. It just shows how serious they are about their politics. But anyway, let us come to the substance.
That's right. Nothing is over. Manifesto is not also over.
No, but the delay in it, we all accept that they delayed it. I mean, I'm not defending that.
No, please don't interrupt.
Yeah.
Please don't interrupt. No, please don't interrupt. You people have become very intolerant. Please listen to others. Everybody who opposes you is not Congress. So now, what is the BJP saying about price rise and inflation? They are talking about creating some price stabilization fund. Where is the money going to come from that fund? Which prices are going to be stabilized to that fund? If they are talking about joblessness and unemployment. How are they going to create those jobs which they are promising? Where the investment is going to come from? How do they plan to raise resources?
No, what is
they are talking about reducing taxes.
No.
How are they going to raise resources? What is their agenda of fighting corruption? It is so listen, my point is that first of all, in terms of
you are getting counters.
It's a politically bankrupt document. But
Oh, thank you.
One important thing is,
amazing.
A set of issues which differentiates the BJP from all other parties. They have brought back Ram Mandir.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God. You know the Ram Mandir issue. 1 second. Here I must interrupt. What are they saying about Ram Mandir? They've said we'll follow what the Supreme Court says, what the Constitution says. It's on for years. It's on for years, yeah. How have they brought it? No. If they had brought it back on the table, I can tell you it would have been the prime political move. No. Do not bring Ram Mandir in because they have put it aside, saying we will do it through consultation.
No, we are getting counters. No, we are getting counters now. 1 second. Nirmala Sitharaman also wants to come in. Are we not going to discuss the details? Are we not going to discuss the details? 1 second. 1 minute. Navika is also on the debate and Nirmala Sitharaman comes in. Nirmala Sitharaman is countering you. We are talking specifics here. We talk center state relations, we talk new middle class. Yes, Nirmala Sitharaman. Quickly. Navika is on air as well. Yes, Nirmala.
Yes, one line as a question to Prasenjit.
Go ahead.
It's amazing that Prasenjit, who looks at the offer that we have on economic issues, especially price rise, and to call it saying it's bankrupt, it's empty, it's nothing, whereas the left, which normally swears by standing with the poor, did not leave the UPA when they had this inflation persisting as a problem, but chose to leave it for the US agreement, nuclear agreement. Why couldn't you speak at that time? Give your solutions. We are giving solutions. We are coming up with the answers to control inflation. You did not have any constructive suggestions for the UPA. You stayed with them for the inefficiency in controlling inflation. But you wanted to walk out only when it came to the US issues. So please don't speak on what we have to offer. You may hand in glove. You may hand in glove with the UPA when the inflation continued unbridled.
Now listen to the answer. First of all,
you may give me an answer now, but you have to answer this first.
I am giving you an answer directly. I am giving you an answer directly.
Agreement.
The left parties withdrew support to the UPA.
You may give it, but you didn't support them.
You are talking now. We are talking about 5 years of
1 or 2, sir. Inflation is not on what you left.
Nuclear deal is concerned. The BJP also opposed the nuclear deal. The BJP was also opposed to the nuclear deal.
No, we are not discussing the nuclear deal. No, we are not discussing. Let's do due diligence on issues. Are we discussing the nuclear deal? Prasenjit, no. Prasenjit, no, we are not discussing the nuclear deal. I am saying here today. No, 1 second. No, 1 second. One school of thought. One school of thought.
Where is Ram
Mr. Prasenjit.
Where is Ram Mandir the issue here?
No.
Where is Ram Mandir the issue in the manifesto?
One. Can I draw you back?
Opposition which is making it an issue, not the BJP for once.
So don't lecture to us now.
You have mentioned Ram Mandir.
Okay, calm tempers now, please, Prasenjit. Prasenjit, please calm down. Prasenjit, calm down. Just a minute. Nirmala Sitharaman, 1 minute. Can I please request you both? You see, 1 second. Okay, 1 minute. Thank you. 1 minute. You see,
I will come in on the Ram Mandir.
Yes, okay, fine. You'll come in on the Ram Mandir issue. Now I am taking it on specifics. Now I throw it back to Navika. On Navika, let's pick up the other issue of the neo middle class. Now my observation, and you can disagree, my observation is on the whole issue of neo-middle class, which I thought was Rahul Gandhi's favorite political argument, and Salman won't like this. But Rahul Gandhi likes to refer to this catchy phrase neo-middle class in his speeches.
They're copying it blatantly.
Oh, for God's sake, 1 minute, please. What is there in the, what is there? There's nothing specific in the manifesto on Rahul Gandhi's favorite subject. The BJP has gone and picked up such a detailed, long list of issues which relate to the neo-middle class.
Have you read it?
So, 1 second. Navika, has the BJP run away with the issue? No, on the issue, has the BJP run away with the issue? Is it a case of sour grapes for the Congress party? See, Salman, Rahul Gandhi does not have an intellectual copyright on the issue. Navika. Yes, he's picking up some papers now, and Salman to respond.
On this issue, on this issue, as well as on the issue of taxation, of reducing taxes, on reducing interest rates, these are all issues related to the middle class. Yeah. Interest rates are high, EMIs are high, so the middle class is not able to spend on either housing or buying white goods. So all of these issues and talking about a rationalized tax structure, bringing down the taxes, all of these relate to the middle classes. It talks about putting more income in the hands of the middle classes, and that's why the middle classes are going to look at these proposals very carefully. But what I want to ask Salman Soz is, why are they so obsessed with the BJP when they normally say that the BJP doesn't even have a national footprint, it's not available in several states of the country? Then why has the Congress party devoted a full section to Congress or BJP talking about secular liberal nationalism versus narrow-minded communalism, inclusive democracy versus divisive authoritarianism?
Let her complete now.
If you don't think that the BJP
let her complete now, Salman.
Why are you even talking about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, Navika, spot on there as usual. You see, the other point is, and I really think that, Salman has been cornered on this one. Rahul Gandhi kept saying there are 17 crore people who are just above the poverty line, drivers, plumbers, these people will take the country forward, etc., etc. Then what happens in the manifesto? You forget everything about them. The BJP, on the other hand, says this is the...
Can I respond?
No, 1 minute. No, 1 second.
Can I respond?
No, you can respond, but my point is, I'll say one sentence, respond as much as you want. No, respond after that. One sentence, and after that you respond. Okay. My point, one sentence. My sentence is, the BJP manifesto, from scholarships, educational facilities, medical insurance, healthcare, middle income housing, everything, government facilities not up to the mark, putting the neo-middle class into a daily dilemma. There's a whole category of their public expectations, how it's going to be met. How did you forget them in your manifesto? How do you expect these people to vote for?
One line to add there.
Please do not, I take exception to this.
One line to add there.
I want some uninterrupted kind of time. Please do not interrupt me, okay?
It's an open debate, Salman. Now come on.
Uninterrupted time will give. Let us just say one line more.
Please.
No, let him now. No.
Nirmala ji, please let me finish.
2012. Let me just finish one line.
Okay, for God's sake.
You concede one line.
I am not going to interrupt you.
It's my turn.
Salman Soz,
my turn.
You're giving her one line.
I'm not going to interrupt.
She wants to say one line. She wants to say one line. One line to her. After that, you get your uninterrupted time. Come on, Salman.
2012.
Yeah. Later.
2012 Gujarat State Assembly elections. Narendra Modi ji had spoken extensively on neo-middle class and the kind of things he'll do for them. So it's not as if it's come now.
Okay,
it's not as if Rahul Gandhi said it first. 2012 Manifesto, Gujarat Assembly elections has a great deal of detail.
Now, Nirmala, he heard you. He let you come in, right? He's extremely agitated right now with the question, which is a statement of fact. There's nothing personal in the debate. He will respond, then I'll take a break and come back. Yes, Salman Soz, your turn now.
Okay. First, it's a misrepresentation, Arnab. As far as what Rahul Gandhi has been talking about, and we have to be very clear about this, it is in our manifesto. I see it here in front of me. I have a laptop with me. We talk about, what are we talking about? We're talking about 70 crore people in India who do not fall below poverty line, and who are not in the current middle class, and we want to bring them to the middle class. That is a big chunk of India.
Yeah, I know that, but you didn't say anything on that.
And
you didn't list them out. You didn't tell people what you're going to do in the manifesto. You missed them. You missed the bus.
Arnab,
You missed the bus.
It's in the manifesto, Arnab. I'm sorry. Please stop, misrepresenting facts. It's in the manifesto. If you don't want to read it, it's not my problem.
You did not deal with.
This new middle class argument is a big hogwash.
It is here, Arnab.
I want to say something on this.
No. The other thing, by the way, I'm sorry.
You see,
center state relations, we talked about it. Sunil Alagh made the point.
Itself has been critical.
I did not interrupt anyone. I would not have other people interrupt me. I'm sorry.
Prasenjit, please. Anyone interrupts Salman, he imagines it's me.
Sunil Alagh talked about center-state relations, and he talked about how Mr. Modi was executing things in Gujarat. It's my perspective. I think many people agree with this, that Mr. Modi has no credibility when he talks about center-state relations, because he's been a big hurdle, as far as we can tell, on center-state relations.
I don't believe
during
this.
his time as Chief Minister of Gujarat.
I really don't believe this.
The second point I want to make is that...
I mean, who doesn't believe this?
No, please. No, I did not interrupt you.
Okay,
I did
fine.
not... Sunil, I did not interrupt.
Fine. I'm backing off. Okay,
The
go ahead.
second point is that he may have executed a lot of things, but I can tell you that he's executed social development indicators in Gujarat. He's executed them. They're terrible, okay? And the final point, just to bring this back, on middle class, all the things that Arnab talked about, please go through our manifesto, a detailed action plan. All of these things find mention in our manifesto. That is why it's called a copycat manifesto.
All right. Navika, one sec. Navika, yes. What are you pointing at? What are you pointing at? Stop challenging each other. Navika, what are you pointing at?
I'm pointing out to the Congress's obsession with the BJP. If you think the BJP is not even worth a national party's name because they don't have a national footprint, then why are you contesting the BJP in your manifesto? You have a full section devoted to the BJP. Why are you so obsessed with the BJP?
We're not, look,
it's a Congress
it's not
manifesto.
About obsession with the BJP. This is a main opposition party. We have to put forward a political document and what we think is good for this country. And we have every right to do
No, one second. I have another question for you. Is it true? No, one second. One minute. I have a question. Can I ask a question before I go to the break? This is very important. One second. What I'm going to say is very important. Mohandas Pai, please don't feel left out. Please don't feel left out. We are going to come to you right on the other side of the break. Now, Mohandas Pai is going to think that he should have joined politics because he's going to say that, as a non-politician on the panel, you don't even get a word in.
Even I'm a non-politician, by the way.
Oh, come on.
I haven't joined the BJP either.
Come on. So, Salman, so they've given you honorary membership.
Yeah, give me honorary membership. I love that.
Okay, now, I have a fact check. This is very interesting. Okay. I have been told, a little bird has told me, that on 18 January 2014 at the Congress event in Talkatora, Rahul Gandhi said, listen carefully please, Salman Soz. Rahul Gandhi said 14 crore people were taken out of poverty. Today in Raichur, at 5 minutes after 4 p.m., in a speech which we telecast, he said 15 crore people have been taken out of poverty. I mean, I know that during election time people, mess up with facts. But if you're saying 10 million people have been taken out of poverty in 70 days.
Argument.
Huh?
No. But BJP is actually agreeing with that argument. That is the hypocrisy I want to
But I'm asking the Congress a question again. No, 1 second. No, 1 second.
But what is this new middle class? What is this new middle class?
No, but here's a fact check, Prasenjit, please.
Rahul Gandhi is above poverty line.
Rahul Gandhi, now I'm only going to say this. If it is true that Rahul Gandhi said 14 crore people taken out of poverty in January and now says 15 crore people, is there any consistency with facts, I'm asking, in election time, that you say 10 more people have been given jobs in 70 days? If that is the case, then we can put all the developed countries of the world together.
The poverty line
but somebody has to... What is the truth? I'm saying what is the truth? No, what do you mean, come on?
I'm sorry, this is not a serious point.
It's not a serious point. You add 1 crore people to the job list, you say it's not a serious point. It's a very serious point, I say. I come back and deal with that on the other side of the break. Salman Soz, check your fact. That's a fact check I throw at you tonight. I'm back after a break. Come on. It's a very... Well, we're going to go back to the debate on the manifesto. and go back on issues such as employment, price rise, center-state relations, etc., which side is more believable, which side is not. But I was surprised that the Congress party said that when Rahul Gandhi says 14 crore people were lifted out of poverty in January and then changes that figure to 15 crore, which basically means you had 10 million people and say we took 10 million people out of jobs in 75 days. Then you have to be consistent to the facts. The Congress spokesperson said that my mentioning this issue was ridiculous. And I told him before I went into the break that absolutely not. Now, here are the two comments of Rahul Gandhi. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, what is the right number? 14 crore or 15 crore? And is there any consistency, or do 1 crore people a claim that involves 10 million people not matter for the Congress party? Here's the flip.
गरीबों की लड़ाई लड़े हम, इस बात को आप मानते हो? 14 करोड़ लोगों को हम गरीबी रेखा से निकाल कर लाए, खड़ा कर दिया हमने इनको, 14 करोड़ लोगों को। ये इतिहास में पहले कभी नहीं हुआ है।
10 साल में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने 15 करोड़ लोगों को गरीबी से निकाला। ऐतिहासिक काम है, छोटा काम नहीं है। पहली बार इतिहास में 15 करोड़ लोग गरीबी से निकले। कैसे निकले? मनरेगा, करोड़ों लोगों को हमने रोजगार दिया।
Now people are not going to believe you, Salman Sos, you know. 14 crore one day. Mohandas Pai.
But what?
Yeah, one sec. You see, that's why you don't just say you're making things. We don't make things up, Salman Sos. We know our facts. We don't do rhetoric on this channel. Mohandas Pai, does this not number? No, doesn't matter. No, okay. 14 crore and 15 crore, approximately the same. Yeah, obviously. There's only 1 crore in between. Yeah. What's the big deal?
Yeah, this is a manifesto discussion.
No, of course it's a valid point. It's a speech he's made today. You should compliment us for pointing out Rahul Gandhi's fault, inconsistency of argument.
Mohandas Pai, so many things.
Mohandas Pai,
I can have a...
Mohandas Pai, what do you think? One sec. Mohandas Pai, what do you think? It's not relevant.
I think it's a slip of the tongue. You've got to be kind to him, Arnath.
Slip of the tongue. Okay.
Because in the Congress manifesto, a slip of the tongue, on that page which says, let the record speak for itself, it says the Congress-led UP has brought 14 crore people out of poverty. But when it says that he had Manrega to bring them out of poverty, that's not correct, because Manrega on average has given only 46 days of work. So 46 days into 150 rupees is something like about maybe 7,000 rupees. And 7,000 rupees cannot bring you out of poverty by any nature. So I think it's getting muddled up, but 14 crores is 14 crores, so we've got to be kind to him.
Yes, Salman, what's the point? We're talking about employment. It's very relevant to the manifesto. The BJP appears to have a more comprehensive plan, if I compare manifesto to manifesto, on creating more jobs. The Congress party only makes these bold claims of providing job opportunities to 10 crore youth. How about addressing the issue of unemployment? Why hasn't that found space in your manifesto?
Just a small clarification.
First, why hasn't the issue of unemployment found space in your manifesto?
Poverty. There is a lot of stuff. Arnab, please do not mislead people on your show.
1 minute. You are talking about
the action plan of the Congress party. I can email it to you.
You can talk about the national. I have read it through and through. I have read it through and through, Mr. Soos. I have seen the reference to the national.
If you would not say it.
Well, I can tell you what they have said. I make a comparison.
I will give you page number.
I'll give you. Yes, I know. National Skill Development Agency to coordinate disparate training efforts of different central government ministries. We will put more resources at disposal. That's all you got. We are fully aware of the importance of skilling to increase employability, set up at the National Skill Development Agency to coordinate various disparate training efforts of the government.
Please.
That's all you got. We will provide skill training to 10 crore youth and provide them employment opportunities over the next 5 years, which is 1,000% more than what you've done in the last 10 years.
We have a detailed.
So you make bold claims.
I will gladly email you a copy.
I have read it through and through.
I
can email you back a copy.
I have it right in front of me.
I know you do. So you should then admit it.
Right here. I will read it for you. They talk. No, what admit it? There's sections on employment. Okay?
Admit that you do not have a
BJP manifesto. This PowerPoint presentation.
One second.
A PowerPoint presentation has pretty much nothing. They just make, oh, we're going to have this. It's going to look good. They have nothing. Okay.
Nothing. Okay. But no, Nirmala Sitharaman.
Details.
We have a counter coming in. 6 minutes left.
Just 1 point.
Arnab.
Counter. 1 second. Nirmala Sitharaman's counter allowed. Yes, Nirmala Sitharaman.
Just let me ask Salman Sos. Yes. Because he is definitely trying to tell us about things which you have not seen in the Congress manifesto. So I want to hear him. But before
Please don't
hearing
read
him,
the manifesto.
one question.
I've read your manifesto.
That which you put. No, no, I will. Oh, all of us have read, sir. I'm asking you a question. 10 years you've been in power. And the NSSO data has very clearly shown that in your first 5 years, you created 1.5 million jobs only at best, while NDA during its 6 years created nearly 55 million. Now leave that. What did you do in the next 5 years? You have not done anything towards job creation. Now you're coming up with a newer one-liner. Listen to me. Now you're coming up with a one-liner about jobs and skill development. That skill development board that you formed has not done anything in all the 10 years.
Yeah,
so what are you talking about?
No, why didn't you look at it in detail? I mean, that's why is it one-liner? Why is the one-liners? On price rise and inflation.
That is why I'm asking
on price rise and inflation.
I will give you an answer. Listen to me. Have the patience to listen.
That's right.
Have the patience to listen. Have the patience to listen.
10 years
Have
of
the patience to listen.
Yeah, so
10 years of patience we've had. 10 years of patience.
Don't, Sunil Alak, do not make things, don't simplify things too much, okay? In NDA lost because they created, the jobs that they created in rural areas were terrible jobs. And that is why they lost the election.
Terrible jobs.
When we came into power, because of, yes, they were. Look, Sunil Alak, you might enjoy your life in an air-conditioned home, but the way people live in rural
I know,
areas,
so how is a job terrible and how is a job good? I don't understand. A job is a job.
No,
if a person doesn't have a job, you give him a job.
I will tell you.
You don't have a terrible job and a good job.
Please.
285 million Indians fall in the 15 to 29 age group. That's 9% of India's population of 1.2 billion people. They are the ones joining the workforce. Increase in unemployment rate by 1 percentage point in the period of 2 years hints at the fact that the young people of this country, the educated youngsters, are finding it extremely difficult to get jobs. Now you answer to them. You answer.
Arnab,
don't talk about good or bad jobs.
I will answer. Arnab, can you please listen? Arnab, look. Arnab, no, I will answer this question. I'll first tell you that you people do a great disservice to this country by not discussing issues in detail on this.
Well, I'm only putting facts. Now you can go to channels in which you'll get a platform.
Oh my God.
Let me
Look at
respond.
that.
Because there may be channels where people don't know their facts. When I put facts to you, you say I do a disservice to the country. I say you are doing a disservice by not accepting the facts.
Is there a way to just get in?
By not debating the issues.
Will you let me speak for 30 seconds?
No, what do you mean disservice?
Will you let
Take
me
that
speak
back.
for 30 seconds?
You take that back, that comment on disservice.
I will not take it back.
I exercise my journalistic right to ask you questions.
No, you do disservice to
No, I don't. No, I don't. I ask you the questions.
I have every right to answer the questions. I have every right
you
to answer
counter me on fact. Don't make these generalizations on a disservice or disservice I'm doing. You answer me on fact.
Give me 30 seconds.
Too many generalizations.
Give me 30 seconds.
No, don't make these vague generalizations, please. Yeah.
What? I mean, you're
generalizations and also sitting on judgments on people.
Generalized manifesto. Nirmala ji, your manifesto is a zero. Everybody's talking about it, okay? It's a zero. There's nothing in your manifesto.
Right.
That is why people are talking about it.
That's why people are talking about
it. I think it's captured the imagination of the
Nobody's talking about the Congress manifesto because it's 100.
Right. Just hold on for a minute.
Sunil Alak, let me tell you.
Salman Sos, hold on for a minute. BJP's manifesto has actually captured the imagination of the people today. That is why there's so much of discussion. You may shout me down, but your manifesto did not invoke any interest in anybody.
We're putting a Twitter sentiment analysis on the bottom of the screen.
I'm listening to your argument, but you seem to be sitting on judgments on people. You say people don't have credibility. I think you should get over that phase and come down to details.
On your show, nobody's willing to listen. On your show, nobody listens. They only talk. They're very bad listeners.
Because 10 years we wasted on Congress.
Sunil Alak doesn't even know. Sunil Alak should know that 2 crore women and children in rural India came into the workforce during NDA.
Okay, 1 minute, please. One minute. Prasenjit wants to come in. Prasenjit wants to come in. Prasenjit, yeah, you compare the rate. That's by the way, I'll tell you one thing. Salman Sos, by the way, Salman, that rate which you mentioned, 1 minute. That rate which you mentioned is 1/10 of what you promised for the future. So you tell people, we will give you jobs at the 10 times the rate of what you've done in the past. Prasenjit makes a quick point. Prasenjit.
And
unemployment rate
Prasenjit
right
makes
now
a quick
is
point. Then Navika wraps up.
I think we are
5%.
Yeah, I think that there are two, three important issues which give a certain perspective. In terms of jobless growth, I think the BJP is as culpable of promoting jobless growth in this country as the UPA, because during their tenure also, if you look at it, the numbers closely, the unemployment rate growth went up. Secondly,
numbers
when you're talking about
NSSO doesn't show that.
Rahul Gandhi is saying reduction of poverty. Please hear me out. You're not giving him
running short of time. Prasenjit.
No, running short of time. You are giving time to
no, you've taken time earlier, Prasenjit.
Shouting at each other, saying nothing. No, you are not. Please give me some time.
Saying
this
nothing.
Is not fair. When you are talking about poverty and new middle class, I want to ask. Rahul Gandhi is saying we have brought 15 crore people out of poverty. You have yourself carried television programs in your channel saying how ridiculous the poverty line is. Now that same poverty line is being used by the Congress.
Oh, Mohandas Pai, come on, Mohandas Pai, one second, Mohandas Pai wraps it up. Mohandas Pai wraps it up. Mohandas Pai wraps it up. We are going to wrap with Mohandas Pai and Navika Kumar.
The poverty line is
Mohandas Pai, who's up and who's down on the manifesto stakes? Navika and Mohandas Pai, please. Do you think on content the BJP has done better?
See, Anna, I would think that in terms of detailing, the Congress is pretty good. In terms of detailing, the BJP has not done a good job. In terms of the broad scope of what is to be done, the BJP has done a very good job. In terms of center-state relation, BJP is much better. The Congress is centralizing everything. In terms of being fiscally right, the Congress is a scary document. If you take all the money they're going to spend on everything and giving the right to everything, the right to health, the right to everything else.
Okay, let's wrap. Navika, what's the one thing the BJP has done wrong?
Well, Arnav, the two things that are most important in this election are price rise and corruption. On corruption, the Congress says it will give us more laws and more amendments. The BJP says it will give us transparent e-governance. On price rise, the Congress says growth. Growth which has come down by 3% in the Congress regime, and every 1% coming down of growth means 30 lakh jobs gone. And BJP, on the other hand, says that they have a price
the debate continues.
And look at the food corporation of
the
India,
debate continues. Was that reference to India being a natural home of Hindus avoidable? Has the BJP done better on specific or worse off on specifics? I thank everyone for joining me on the Newshour. Super Prime Time debate starts in a few minutes from now. Please come back on that.